Alright, this video is for the time management and health lesson, and being that this is the first lesson in my class, I'm going to just talk about the user interface a bit. So I'm going to click on Run Sim, and let's talk about the layout here, what's going on. Here's your apartment that you're living in. Here's the city view, so if I click on city view, it shows my city. The H indicates that's my home, so that's the building that I live in. Notice I can't toggle back to there's no view up here for the home, for the apartment. Even if I go up here, I can't find it. So in this case, notice your hand, cursor turns to a hand. So if you just click on the building, that brings you back to your home. The next big tip that I have has to do with the running. So for example, in this first one, notice they say run it to January 14th, and then let the simulation run until it stops. So this is really, really important. Do not use this start button. And I'll just show you, for example, if I want to try to get it to January 14th, I'm going to use this start button, and I'm going to show you what not to do. So I'm watching, oh look, time is running by, the time is passing. Maybe I can go look at City View, and I go, ooh, the traffic's flowing, having fun, I'm watching it. Now, and it's going too slow. I'm like, geez, it's only Sunday, January 3rd. So I speed it up. It's like, I want to get to the 14th. Oh, darn it, went to January 19th. I didn't stop it in time. This happens all the time. So, you don't use this button at all. You use this button right here. Now, let me close it. I'm going to rerun it because I died. And this time, I'm going to use the Run To button. So I click Run To. Now, here's another thing. Really a big catch that this happens often. So, because I like to speed mine up, because I don't like to have to wait for it, so I speed it up, max speed. When I hit Run To now, be careful. If you click on the wrong date, so it says to go to the 14th, right? If I'm just going really fast and I accidentally click the 21st, guess what? It automatically starts running as soon as I click any date. It doesn't like say, okay, are you ready to go? So it automatically does it. So I have to restart again. Alright, now, another thing about restarting. So I set my minimum score to 70%, meaning when you're going through and answering these questions, if you don't get at least a 70% through all these steps, through all 15 steps, and you finish and it says you got a 60%, it's going to say you need to redo the lesson. So mine is set that you have to get at least a 70% or it forces you to redo the lesson. Now some of you are saying, well 70, heck, I want 100% every single time. You know what, you can do that. Well, it just takes a little more time. Here's what you do. What if you're going through, so I run it to January 14th, I'm going to do that, and I'm careful, and I go fast so it gets there. So now I answer the first question. I click on the reports and the health to monitor my health, and let's say that I accidentally misread the question, or I got the wrong, and I get the wrong answer. Oops, got it wrong. Oops, got it wrong. Hey, finally got it right. Then I keep going. You know, you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to want to read this and you want to do this. You don't want to just go through it really fast, because otherwise then the next lesson is harder and it starts compounding. You'll have problems if you aren't. If you just try to go through to see what the right answer is, you're going to end up having problems in the future. So you're going to want to take your time and read it and try to get the correct answer. Now, you'll need to eat twice a day, and then blah, blah, blah. Then you go to the next, and so forth, and they start giving you instructions step by step. Now, what if you decide, you get to the end and you're like, I've got like 4 questions wrong, doggone it, I know I'm not going to get a 70%. So at any time during the sim, you can go like this, that you make a mistake, and that's true with running it, maybe you ran it too far. You go to File, Restart Lesson. If you restart the lesson, you will lose your current work. You sure you want to restart? Yes, and you have to go back to step 1. It forces you back to step 1. You can't just like restart it at step 5 or something like that. So, that's a possibility that you can always restart your lesson and start clean again. Now, and that's useful because that happens a lot when you're running this. You might make a mistake and make a poor choice with something, and oops, I should have chosen something else. So then you rerun it. That's okay. However, once you finish, once you get to the very end, I guess I can't hit next all the way, but once I get to step 15 and it has like a little task for me to do, and maybe I didn't quite successfully finish that task, but I click submit anyway at the end to complete the lesson, health management, Then when I go back to my main menu, it'll show like my score and it'll be I'm already finished with it. Then you can't rerun it. It won't let you, and you can't go reset it. So when you get to the end and you finish it, then you have to ask your instructor to reset it. So either Ms. Brandt or Mr. Grabowski would have to reset it for you if you want to redo the entire lesson at the end. But anytime during, if you haven't finished step 15, you can always reset it yourself by going to File, Reset. All right, so that's it, just to get you started. Those are some tips. Now just get going and follow these instructions to a T. Do not try to skip through anything. It's really important that you have to follow each of these instructions, because if you miss something, it messes it up for like one of the further steps down the road. All right, have some fun with it. It is a fun product.